morning, kids. Today we are starting with the portion of your Maths 2. Its first lesson is a very simple lesson, basic concepts in geometry. In this we are going to learn some of the basic concepts normally related to line. Let me explain you the evaluation system. Before we start, let me explain you the evaluation system. You will have 40 marks paper of Maths 2. Both Maths 1 and Maths 2 have the same type of evaluation system, and the marks are normally combined. So for Maths 1, Maths 2, for each you will have 40 marks paper, and 10 marks are for internal evaluation for both Maths 1 and Maths 2. So I can say that Maths 1 40 marks paper theory plus 10 marks internal evaluation, and for Maths 2 also same, 40 marks paper and 10 marks internal evaluation. Now internal evaluation is with the assignments, whatever we give you assignments, that is counted in your internal evaluation for 10 marks. So if there is any change because of this COVID-19 situation or pandemic situation, if there is any change in the evaluation system, we'll let you know as the notice or notification comes. So let us start with the syllabus. The first lesson is a very simple lesson. Basic concepts in geometry. Basic concepts in geometry. So first we are going to see what is a point, what is line, and what is plane. This is point. This is point. Then this is line. Basically a line is something which can be extended on both the sides. And a plane is any surface. So your notebook is a plane. Your table is a plane. Your exam pad is a plane. So these all things fall into the category of plane. Let us study the coordinate points and coordinates and points. Okay, the next part we are going to study is coordinates and points. Coordinates and points. I am drawing a number line. Actually, coordinates and points is similar to your number line that you have studied till standard 8th. So I am drawing a number line now. This is O, the origin. I will plot here points. Here also I am plotting points. Okay. Now as you know, if I stand over here, the left side is positive and the right side is negative. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these all are positive numbers. -1, -2, -3, -4. These all are negative numbers. Now let us compare. Last year, I think till 8th standard, you already know how to compare the numbers in the coordinate system or on the number line. But let's revise it again. These are called as points and these are called as coordinates. These numbers are called as coordinates and these alphabets are called as points. So if I take 1, 2, obviously you know 2 will be greater than 1. Similarly, if I write 3, 4, 4 will be greater than 1. But if I write 0, 1, obviously 1 will be greater than 0. any number is greater than 0. This I have taken both positive and 0. Let's see what is with the negative and the positive numbers. If I take -1 and 0. Now 1, even if 1 is a digit, it's a negative number. So any kind of a negative number is always less than positive number and the 0. So 0 will be greater than -1. Even if I take -4 and 0, still 4 as a digit, even if it's greater than 0, it's a negative digit. So obviously it becomes smaller. So 0 is greater than -4. Now let us see if I have the -4 and 1. In this case, 1 is positive number and the other one is negative number. So when one is a positive number and another is negative number, very obvious, positive number is always greater. So 1 is greater than -4. Even if the case is something like this, 2 minus 1, still 2 being a positive number and -1 being a negative number, so 2 will be greater than -1. Now this is where we have seen the positives and negatives and zeros. Let us move on to both the negative numbers. What if both are negative numbers? So if I take -1, -2. Logically, if you happen to see 1 is less than 2, but in case of negative numbers, smaller the number, it is greater. Means if the number is smaller, it is greater. So in this case, the number 1 is smaller, but it is greater. The reason is, the numbers towards the left are always greater than the numbers towards the right. I'll write it over here. Numbers towards left are greater than numbers towards right. So if I write here -4 and -1, -1 is towards the left, so it will be greater, and -4 is towards the right, it will be smaller. So -1 is greater than -4. We'll move on to the next part to find the distance. By using this number line system or this coordinate axis system, we are going to learn how to find the distance. Now distance AB is symbolically written as distance A, B or AB. Any one of this. If you write something like this is AB, this is wrong. These two are correct. Either you can write like this or like this. So let us start finding the distances of different cases. First, distance AB. First thing, I am going to write the coordinates for both the points. Now for A, it is 1. For B, it is 2. For A, it is 1. For B, it is 2. So which is the greater number? Normally, whenever we do subtraction, it's very obvious. We subtract a smaller number from a greater number. So here greater number is 2. So it will be 2 minus 1. So distance AB is equal to 1. Let's take one more example. Distance CD. CD D is 4. The greater number is 4. So 4 minus 3. So distance CD is equal to 1. Simple. Let's move on to the next one. Distance OA. The coordinate of O is 0 and A is 1. So here which one is greater? 1 is greater. So 1 minus 0. So distance OA is equal to 1. Distance OB. Again O is 0, D is 4. So it will be again here 4 is greater. So 4 minus 0. So distance OD is equal to 4. Now this is where we have dealt with all positive numbers and the zeros. Let us see one positive and negative. What will happen? Before that, I'll start with 1 0 and 1 negative. So I'll take distance OP. O is 0, P is minus 1. Now if I consider this, I have shown you before this, 0 is always greater than the negative number. So the calculation will be 0 minus 1. I have put here bracket because two signs are coming together. The minus signs are coming together, so I have put the bracket. So this will be 0, minus becomes plus 1. So distance OP is equal to 1. I am putting box so that it will be easy for you to understand. I am taking one more. Distance OR. O is 0, R is minus 3. So that will be equal to 0 minus, again I am putting bracket because signs are combined. So minus 3. So it will be 0 plus 3 equals to 3. So distance OR equals to 3. This is I have taken 0 and negative. Let's take one positive, one negative coordinate. Distance AP. Okay, now here in this case, one is positive and one is negative. So A is 1, P is minus 1. So here, which is the greater number? Obviously, the positive number is always greater than the negative number. So A will be positive. So that will be equal to 1 minus 1. This minus is for the subtraction that we normally do for calculating distance, and minus 1 is the coordinate. So here this will be 1 plus 1. Minus becomes plus. So distance AP is equal to, let's take one more like this, distance AS. A is 1, S is minus 4. Again here 1 is positive and 1 is negative. Obviously a positive number is always greater than negative. So it will be equal to 1 minus 4. So that will be equal to 1 minus becomes plus 4. So distance AS is equal to 5. In this case, I have taken one positive, one negative. Let's see what happens when both are negative. So I take distance PQ. P is minus 1, Q is minus 2. greater than minus 2 because it's towards the left. So I will write minus 1 minus. Now here I am putting a bracket for being very clear. Minus, again bracket and minus 2. So for me it becomes clear. I can do directly, but for you I am writing it like this so that you will know that here too many signs are there. So I am putting them in brackets. So minus 1 will remain as it is, but this minus minus will become plus 2. So now it is minus 1 plus 2, that is 2 minus 1. So the answer happens to be 1 plus 1 because we always put sign of a bigger number. So distance PQ is 1. Let's move on to the next. Here I am taking distance P S. P is minus 1 while S is minus 4. Again here minus 1 will be greater than minus 4 because minus 1 is to the left, minus 4 is to the right. So that will be equal to minus 1. I'll put a bracket, again minus and again bracket minus 4. So minus 1 will be as it is, minus minus becomes plus 4. That will be equal to 3. 4 minus 1 is 3 and sign of the greater number. So distance PS is 3. Now a very important note regarding this. Always remember the distance is always positive. It cannot be negative. We cannot say have you ever said that the distance between Kudal and Oros is minus 13 kilometers or Oros to Kudal is minus 13 kilometers? No, because distance is never measured in negative. All the answers that you get over here should be, whenever we deal with distance, the answer should be always positive. That's the correct way of writing the distance. If you get your answer negative, that means something is wrong. Always remember. Now, next part that we are going to see is property of betweenness. Property of betweenness. I am giving you a simple example in a diagrammatic representation. This is segment AB and here somewhere it's P. I will say that P is between A and B. Correct? I will say that P is between A and B. Now, in a symbolic representation, it is written like this: A dash P dash B. A dash P dash B. But we say, when we read this, we read it like this: P is between A and B. Now, one particular reminder regarding this. This only means that P is between A and B. It does not mean that P is the midpoint of AB. Some cases it can be a midpoint. When I write like this, P is between AB, it may be a midpoint or may not be a midpoint, but it not necessarily be midpoint. It simply indicates that P is a point somewhere throughout the length of AB. It can be close to A, it can be close to B, it can be a midpoint. Anyway, okay, that is clear. Also, always distance of AB, that is the whole segment, is equal to distance of AP plus distance of AB. distance of AP and distance of PB. Okay, so this is how it's written. Always the sum of AB will be equal to the the length of AB will be equal to the sum of these two lengths. Always remember, if this is applicable or if this equation exists, it's verified, that means the property of betweenness is liable or it's exist. I'll show you this with a simple sum. Okay, I'm taking a random sum. I'm not taking anything from the exercise. I'm just taking a random sum. AB is 5, AP is 3, BP is 2. I have to find out if the property of betweenness lies for these points or no. So what I'm going to do, whichever is the bigger distance, I'll keep it aside. Now here AB is the bigger distance, I'll keep it aside. So AB is equal to 5, I'm keeping as it is, I'm not touching it. Then I'll add the remaining two distances. That means AP and BP. I'm just adding that. So it becomes 3 plus 2, that is equal to 5. Now this both are equal, correct? So I'll write that AB is equal to AP plus BP. That means if I happen to show it diagrammatically, I will show like this: A, P, B. Correct? AB will be the end point, and this third point will be somewhere in between. Therefore, property of betweenness exists, and the points are collinear. This is very important because the property of betweenness will only exist when the points are collinear. I hope you remember what are points of collinear or what are collinear points. I'll revise it for you. Collinear points are the points which lie along the straight or which lie in one line. So these are all collinear points because they lie in a line. Then if this condition is there, now these points don't lie along the same line. So these points are called as non-collinear points. Fine. So this is just a revision for you regarding the collinear and non-collinear points. So we'll stop here today. After this video, I am posting a Google form for you to solve based on whatever we have seen today. Now this is something, since you don't have notebooks, I would not compel you, I will not make you compulsory to write whatever I have written. Once you are given the stationery, you will be able to write everything that is given. I have not solved the practice sets or I have not solved the exercises. We will solve the exercises once you get your stationery. Now, regarding the Google form is based on whatever we have seen today. If you want to write, I don't have any problem. Write it on a rough book or write it on the full skips or write it on any page and then you can stick in your notebook, no problem. If you are ordering the full set from school. Next class, I will discuss the answers of the Google form that I have been putting today so that you will be able to make sure if you have done it correctly or not. That's all for today. Thank you. Stay home. Stay safe.